Howdy y'all, so you're thinking about moving to Plano, Texas with a budget of around $500,000? Well, in this video, we're gonna hit the streets, all right? I'm gonna show you some different homes in this $400,000 to $500,000 price point so that you can gain a better understanding of exactly what you can come to expect. So if that's what you're looking for, then stay tuned because we're getting into it right now. Hey ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for the most thorough deep dive into all things Dallas, Texas, well, this is the channel that helps you do that. So I invite you to subscribe down below. Make sure you tap the bell for notifications so that you can stay up to date on the current market here in Dallas, Texas. Of course, we drop new videos every single week. My name is Jimmy Webb Jr. I'm a local real estate agent, born and raised here, and we're getting tons of calls and emails every single day from people just like you who are ready to make that move here in Dallas, and we absolutely love it. So if you are thinking about buying or selling here in the Dallas area, then you got to reach out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'll jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to a Zoom call with us. Of course, that's our favorite, but hey, whatever is easiest for you, we've got your back when making a smooth move here in Dallas or in Plano, like I'm here today. I'm hanging out at the Legacy West. You might recognize the fountains right there. You've got a ton of different shopping. You've got your Lulu, your Tesla, your Peloton, all sorts of high-end stuff going on over here. But of course, we've done a few videos on Plano, but if this is your first one, then first of all, welcome. And second of all, let's cover just some of the quick, foundational pieces of information that you might want to know about Plano. So first of all is, this was all farmland about 40, maybe 50 years ago. And what's cool is, if you drive down the tollway, you can still, they've kept some of those lots as farmland out here. So you can kind of see that and just remember the roots of where Plano came from, right? But Plano has been really split up into kind of three different areas that kind of coincide with the schools here. And so I'm trying to stay away from the loud truck there, but gonna coincide with the schools where, the east side is where that original downtown Plano is, and generally the more affordable side over there. And then you've got the central, of course, which is gonna connect both the east, and then the west side, which is where you're gonna find, your higher end properties, right? And the schools, of course, are gonna be, one of the main draws, right? And Plano was really that first suburb to really blow up as the Dallas job market began to become more and more popular as far as the whole country is concerned, right? And people started moving here, and there was a real focus on building great schools. And then the parents would then commute, in and out of downtown. And that still kind of is the vibe, of course, except now, more and more people are working from home, of course. But yeah, safety is another thing that's pretty big here. So you aren't gonna see many homeless people roaming around, if any, really. And crime rates are remarkably low as well. So overall, a great suburban option out here. But now that we've covered some of the bases, let's head to that first neighborhood and I'll show you what's going on here in this price point. See you there. All right, welcome to the first neighborhood. Let's jump right into it, shall we? So this home that we're gonna feature first right here is going for $419,000, 3 beds, 2.5 baths on 2,400 square feet, which is gonna put you at $175 a square foot, built in 2008 on just under 1/4 of an acre lot right here. You've got the 2-car garage, as you can see right there. And then this is gonna be that brick and stone combination that you will see a lot of, especially the new stuff out here in Dallas and of course in Plano. And then on the inside, you're gonna have that semi-open floor plan The kitchen has the granite countertops, but they do have some old appliances in there for some reason. I thought that was a little odd when I saw that, but you do have a spacious master bedroom with coffered ceilings. You've got the second living area upstairs, and you've actually got a pretty big backyard back here. So we're on a little corner cul-de-sac right here. Here, I'll give you a little shot down the street right here. So, you know, you've got some decent sized trees. You know, you got clean streets, you got the brick mailboxes right here, of course. And then this one's interesting. So the front door is actually on the on this side over here. Here, I'll come and show you. So yeah, your front door is like on the side over here, which I thought was interesting. Don't see that too often right there. But yeah, I mean, pretty cool little neighborhood right here. You've got some, you're really close to 75 right there. And you're also really close to Oak Point Nature Preserve, which is like a 600-acre nature preserve full of trails. You can go running, biking, you know, rollerblading if you want. I've done that a time or two. They do the Plano Air Balloon Festival out there as well. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so you got that. And then, yeah, along 75, you're gonna have a lot of commercial stuff along 75. So you'll have access to a lot of stuff. You got the Costco right there. I mean, you've got pretty much everything right here, you know, pretty close to, and you're pretty close to the high school as well, Plano East right over there. And so, yeah, this is a pretty quiet neighborhood. I mean, you know, I really haven't heard much of anything since I've been walking around in here. But yeah, I mean, you're still gonna be really close to everything that you need over there. You do have a little bit of a park area. Well, it's not really a park, it's more like a greenbelt kind of area. There's like a little, I would say creek, but there's no water in there right now. So maybe it's not actually a creek. So, you know, but yeah, really cool little neighborhood. I've never been in this neighborhood before today. And yeah, this is a nice little gem over here. So glad we found it. But yeah, hey, one thing that you're gonna wanna know about Plano is you're definitely gonna wanna have your toll tag out here. So, you know, there are some tollways. Of course, Highway 75 is a freeway, but if you go down to George Bush, that's you know, the one that goes east and west. And then if you go north, you'll hit 121. That's a tollway as well, also known as Sam Rayburn Tollway. That's one thing about Dallas is we have like 8 different names for the highways and everything. So you'll catch on soon enough. Maybe I'll do a video about, you know, breaking all that down one day. But yeah, so the alternative to not having a toll tag is, you know, going through the same toll and just getting whacked for a higher fee because they gotta, you know, find your address and bill you and send you the paper bill and all that. And it's just a hassle. So of course, when you move, when you work with us, and we have that pre-move-in checklist that, you know, of course, we'll get you set up with the toll tag. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But just something that you might want to keep in mind. You know, the tolls can be a little added cost right there, depending on how often you're using them there, right? So, but yeah, let's talk about the schools here really quick. So, of course, in Plano, Plano was ranked the number 12th best school district in the entire state of Texas, right? So one thing you gotta understand about DFW is we're pretty stacked here when it comes to schools. So 8 out of that top 10 in Texas are here in DFW. So Plano's ranked right at number 10 here in DFW. So it got bumped up to number 12 because there are 2 other ones in Texas that are in the top 10. Yeah, so you're gonna have some really, really good schools, really across the board out here in Plano. But then I do know quite a few people who, you know, you go the private school route, right? So of course I went to Green Hill School, which we're actually playing Prestonwood. So I help coach the varsity soccer boys at Green Hill. And we're playing Prestonwood Christian, which is up here in Plano. We're playing them in a couple weeks, so that'll be cool. They've got a nice little stadium out there. Well, actually, it's not that little. It's actually pretty big, so looking forward to that. But yeah, so you've got Prestonwood Christian over there. Yeah, so the thing about Dallas as well is you have three private schools ranked in the top 35 in the nation over here. So of course, Green Hill's there, one of them, St. Mark's and Hockaday are the other two. So St. Mark's is all boys, Hockaday all girls, and then Green Hill's the mixed. And so yeah, you've got really a plethora of options to choose from as far as really good schools is concerned out here in DFW. And of course, here in Plano, you'll have pretty good access to those three private schools that I mentioned are probably, let's see, from here, probably, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minute drive to actually get to school right there. So not too bad, but especially, you know, for the investment of the you know, better education, I don't think 20 minutes in the morning is that big of a deal, right? So but yeah, hey, if you're finding value from what we're talking about so far, please tap that like button down below. It'd mean the world to us if you did that. Thank you so much. And make sure you tap the bell for notifications and you're subscribed as well, because I'm telling you, you don't want to miss the next video that we drop. So yeah, make sure you can get notified for when that next one comes out. Of course, you know, I love sharing some of this insider information from being born and raised here, and you know, picking up all those little things over the years. So happy to share them with you guys. But with that being said, let me take you to the next neighborhood, and I'll see you there. All right, welcome to the second neighborhood. So this home that we're gonna feature right here is going for $450,000, 4 beds, 2.5 baths on 2,800 square feet. We're gonna put you at $158 a square foot, built in 1989, and right to just under 1/4 of an acre, so a 0.17 acre lot right here. So not a whole lot of yard to manage, right? But you are gonna have a 2-car garage on the back side, and this is going to be that, you know, traditional brick style of home that you'll see quite a bit of here in Plano. And then on the inside, you're going to have that semi-open floor plan. You'll have the kitchen has the granite countertops and the white cabinets, but you might update the appliances in there, of course. But then you're going to have that second living area upstairs, and then you'll have a pool in the back as well. But yeah, so this is actually a pretty cool neighborhood right here. So we're on the outer rim of this neighborhood, and you've got this park right here with the trail that goes all the way into a bigger park down there as well. So really cool neighborhood. Of course, you have some more homes back behind this one here, but yeah, had to show you this one. You've got the big trees right here, of course, as well. I think yeah, the criteria between very mature and pretty mature is if you can wrap your hands all the way around it and touch your fingertips. I think that's the criteria, I think. So we're gonna go with very mature trees out here. Of course, yeah, I mean, this whole park, I mean, look, this is what when you step outside of your home, that's what you get to look at. I mean, that's beautiful. I love it. And so, but yeah, pretty good, you know, pretty good yards, you know, everybody's, you got some decent landscaping over here. You know, it's we're getting into the November time, and so, you know, people are you know, not it's beginning to be that time where you don't have to mow the grass, right? So, you know, maybe the grass might be a little bit long right now, but that's okay. I'm sure they take care of it there in the summertime and the springtime and everything like that. But yeah, pretty quiet neighborhood. You're pretty tucked away back here. So, I mean, you have maybe heard a couple of cars come by here. You know, this is kind of that, again, it's on that outer rim of the neighborhood. So it's kind of serves as kind of like a feeder road to get into some of those other, you know, neighborhoods that are back there on the inside of this block right here. But yeah, hey, one thing that people ask sometimes is, you know, if I'm in Plano, can I stay in Plano, or do I have to go other places? And the answer is absolutely you can stay in Plano. I think, yeah, I mean, for example, here, you're really close to Highway 75, which is, you're probably, I mean, shoot, maybe 3 or 4 minutes away from Highway 75. You have a ton of commercial up and down 75 right there. And then you have your shopping center, one intersection down that way. Well, actually it'd be more like that way. You'll have an intersection where you'll have the grocery store and some shops and everything like that. And then, of course, in Plano, you really have a ton of, like you have Legacy West over there. On the north side, you have Stonebriar Mall if you want to do that. You have on the west side, you have shops at Willow Bend if you need to do some shopping like that. And then you have a ton of, most of the major intersections, have that grocery store, have some different restaurants and things like that. So yeah, you'll really have access to everything that you need here in Plano. And then if you do need something maybe a little bit more specialized, then I mean, Dallas is only 20 miles away, right? So not too far to get down there. And then of course, your neighboring suburbs here, Frisco and Richardson and Carrollton and North Dallas, just below you, far North Dallas, right there. All of those have different things as well, different feels, different vibes. Of course, we do vlogs on all of those, so if you want to check those out, definitely encourage you to do so. Of course, if you click on the Dallas, Texas Living name underneath here, that'll take you to our main channel page, and you can use the search bar in our on our page right there to look up whichever area or really any topic. We cover a lot of different things here on this channel, so feel free to use that search bar to look up whatever it is that you might be interested in. But yeah, listen, we love helping our clients get into homes that they feel really, really good about in great locations that fits their lifestyle and everything like that. So, but of course we can't help you if you don't reach out, right? So give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to that Zoom call with us. Of course, that's our favorite, but whatever's easiest for you, we've got your back when making that smooth move out here to Dallas. I feel our team is the best in the world at finding you your dream home at the right price, right? We're crushing a bunch of deals right now, and would love to do the same for you, of course. So with that being said, let me take you to the next neighborhood, and I'll see you there. All right, welcome to the third neighborhood. So, sometimes I do these out of order, and I actually just came from the next home that I'm going to show you that is also on the street, just like this, but I like this home better, actually. I think this one maybe should have been priced a little bit higher, but let me show you. This one is going for $479,000, 4 beds, 3.5 baths on 2,800 square feet. Going to put you at $177 a square foot, built in 1978. But recently renovated. I'll show you that, or I'll talk to you about that. Well, and I'll show you. Built on a 1/4 of an acre lot right here, and you're gonna have the 2-car garage on the back side. Of course, that traditional brick. They painted it white though. I think it looks really nice. They've got the wooden accents right there as well. Very Texan. And like I mentioned, it was a renovation project, and so now it's got that open concept. You've got the high ceilings with the exposed beams. You've got the updated kitchen. Really a fantastic renovation job. I tip my cap to whoever did this one. They did a great job. And then you have a cozy backyard back there as well. But I could do without the location being right on a pretty main street. That's Independence right there. So that is a pretty yeah, that is a main street here in Plano, so no getting around that. So, but yeah, I mean, listen, if you come down into the neighborhood a little bit, get away from the street noise, you know, this is a fantastic neighborhood. I mean, you see, you know, you've got some good sized trees. You know, you've got some decent landscaping in here, right? And so gonna be, I mean, shoot, I mean, I did this the last time too. We're only, you know, not even 100 yards and away from that main street, and you can already hear the noise really start to quiet down quite a bit. And so, yeah, I mean, you know, once we get all the way back there, when you're in the middle of the block, you know, in the middle back there, you know, the noise won't be a problem. Pretty quiet, you know, neighborhood outside of being back there. Of course, this looks like another renovation job right here. Got that nice modern touch right there. But yeah, you're going to be, again, you're going to be close to, well, not again, because we haven't gotten to the fourth one yet. But yeah, you're going to be close. You got the grocery store right around here. You got the elementary school right up the street over there as well. You got the high school you get just a couple of blocks away. So you really have, I mean, you've got access to everything that you need, you know. And that's the thing about Plano too, is even if it isn't, you're going to have all of your necessities within a five minute radius around you here. So, you know, if you need that grocery store, if you need, you know, post office, just things like that, it's all going to be, you know, within, like I said, I mean, 5 minutes, you know, easy access to everything really around here. So, but yeah, well, let's talk about one thing that maybe isn't so popular, which are the property taxes, right? So that is, you know, one thing I know people love to complain about is how high the taxes are here in Texas. And, you know, listen, I get it, and I agree with you. They are higher than they are in other states, of course, but we actually did another video where we broke it all down, okay? We did the math and we asked the question, you know, is living in Dallas from a tax standpoint, you know, is it better, right? Where does it rank? And I think you might be surprised by the conclusion that we came to in that video. So I'll link to that in the description below. Make sure you check that out. We've got a couple links down there that you might find really interesting, actually. So check that out after this video. And I say after because we still got a couple more spots that we're gonna show you here. But yeah, so the current property tax rate here in Plano is right at 2.18%, which is going to be on the lower end here in the Metroplex. Of course, the range here in DFW ranges from 1.8 to 3.4%. So it's going to be in the top 10, you know, lowest property tax rates, you know, at least of the, you know, the more popular suburbs that everybody's actually, you know, moving to. You know, some of the ones that are way out in the country, you know, that are pretty remote, they have, you know, really low tax rates as well. But you know, of the ones that, you know, people always ask about, definitely going to be actually might be top 5. You know, I mean, it's right up there as far as that's concerned. So that's going to be a very attractive feature of Plano here for you. So you know, might be bumping Plano up the list a little bit right here. So but anyway, with that being said, let me take you to the home that I just came from, and I'll see you there. All right, welcome to the 4th neighborhood. So this home that we're gonna feature right here is going for $495,000, 4 beds, 4 baths on 2,900 square feet. It's gonna put you at $168 a square foot, built in 1978 on just over a 1/4 of an acre lot. You are gonna have the 2-car garage on the back side. And this is gonna be, you know, that brick style of home, once again, that traditional floor plan. You do have an updated kitchen, but you do have the large tile floors in there, which, you know, I might do something about personally. But yeah, basically half of this home has been remodeled, but you do have a cool backyard with a pool. It feels very, very Greek back there with the columns and white and blue theme. One bad thing though is we are right by a pretty major road right here, so that's probably why this one's still on the market. So and the fact that half of it has been remodeled, so not the best location, but you know, hey, I'm here to show you everything out here in the streets out here in Plano. So yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, listen, if you were tucked away more on that, you know, inside of the block over here, you know, I think it'd be a great street, really. So, you know, I'll give you a little shot down the street. I mean, you've got some good sized trees. Yeah, this is kind of that main feeder road, which is the problem. So, you know, I did have a little bit of a traffic jam earlier, and I just had to sit here like this and just wait for, you know, the cars to go, so that there wasn't too much noise right there. But anyway, that's just because that house is on the corner and you got a somewhat busy street right here, right? So, but other than that, I mean, you know, good, you know, good. Everybody's taking good care of their yards. You know, you got, you know, some decent landscaping right here, you know? So, I mean, the trees are just, you got some really good sized trees back here. I mean, yeah, we've only walked, what, maybe 100 yards, and it already is, you know, much more quiet back here. So, yeah, here, if you look down this street, you got the trees are just filling the sky right there. I love it when they almost touch right there, almost connect at the top. I love it when they connect at the top. But yeah, you know, it's you're gonna be close to, you got the grocery store right up the street. You got the senior high right up the street as well. You could theoretically, if your child wanted to bike to school or walk to school, they could do that sort of thing. Yeah, you got access to everything all the necessities are going to be right here, you know, easy access for you. So yeah, pretty solid neighborhood. Yeah, most of these in here are that traditional brick style. You've got the white brick right here. They've got the solar panels on the top as well right there. But yeah, let's do that little recap here on this price point here now. So you know, hey, one thing actually that I always want to mention first is, you know, that price per square foot, right? Because we have many of you coming from, you know, California, New York, Chicago, Seattle, Minneapolis, all over really. And you know, that I want to stress that just the point is, you know, your dollar is really going to be able to stretch a little bit further out here. I mean, to get homes, you know, around that 150, sub 200 for sure, out here is really unheard of in some of those cities that I just named, right? And so, you know, especially in California, you might be seeing more like $500 or $1,000 a square foot, especially in LA, right? So your dollar is really going to be able to stretch quite a bit further out here in Dallas and of course in Plano. But yeah, in this price point here, you're going to be square footage wise, you're going to be looking in that 2,000 to 3,000 range as far as square footage goes. You know, 4, maybe 5 bedrooms here in this one. Mainly 2-car garages. Sometimes you'll get a 3-car garage. You know, sometimes you'll have the pool option like you do in that one. The backyard of that one is, I'm telling you, it's actually pretty cool back there, all things considered. It's a saving grace for that home, I'll say that. But yeah, sometimes you'll have that second living area as well. Might be rare, I'll say, that you'll get that extra bonus room, you know, like the game room or the theater room. I don't think I've seen any theater rooms in this price point here, but yeah, typically going to be under or right at a 1/4 of an acre lot as well. But you are really in a great location here in Plano. You know, now the suburb is, of course, a little bit more established. You might have, you know, 1, maybe 2 other previous owners, but what that means is you can find some really good deals out here in one of the best school districts in Texas, right? And so, you know, really Plano is a fantastic option for you right here, really with a great location. You can get up to Frisco, of course, and of course here comes the noise, right? You gotta have the big trucks in Texas, right? But yeah, I mean, you can get up to Frisco really easily. And yeah, you've got, I mean, just the location. I love the location of Plano, right? So you can really get, you have easy access to really the whole, you can get anywhere, north, south, east, west, anywhere, pretty easily. A lot around you here as well. So yeah, hey, if Plano is where you want to be, you got to reach out, you know, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, jump on our calendar if you want to jump straight to that Zoom with us. Of course, that's our favorite, but whatever's easiest for you, you know, we've got you back. And if you found value from this, please tap that like button down below. It would mean the world to us if you did that. And make sure you tap the bell for notifications as well while you're down there. And I want to invite you, if you are continuing your research here, you know, tap on that Dallas, Texas Living name down below, head to our main channel page and use the search bar there to look up whatever it is that you're interested in. Maybe it's a specific topic or a specific area that you're really keen on and want to learn more about. You know, odds are we've covered it in pretty good detail. So, you know, if I haven't though, drop me a comment down below, or if you have any other comments on what we talked about today, let me know. I respond to everybody. Would love to get the conversation going down there. And yeah, you know, if you don't know where to go from here, then you should see some videos popping up on the end screen right now. They can point you in the right direction. Of course, again, we've done a ton of different styles of videos on this channel. So whichever one of those is popping out to you, make sure you check that out and click on that right now. But until the next video, I'll see you around town.